Hey everyone, welcome to the Loganard channel. I'm your host, Loganard. This is my friend Fruit.
Yeah.
What's
Fruit.
up, Fruit?
Hey.
And today we have this second camera here. I can do a lot of cool things with this second camera, and I can zoom in on my face, and I can put down my sunglasses and be like, hey. But that's besides
Hey.
the point. Today we watched Wonder Woman.
This world is not yet ready for all that you will do. The time will come, Diana. And everything will be different.
And we have some differing opinions about this movie, but I'll
Yeah.
tell you this from my perspective, that it's the worst superhero movie that I've ever seen. I've seen most superhero movies, like at least Marvel, DC types, um, and this is the worst one by far. And
How?
okay, how?
Yeah.
It is incredibly long, like way
It
too
is
long
really
for
long.
everything
It's
that
too-
happens
it-
in that
yeah,
movie, because it just
it's
has
too
so many
long.
shots of just like her in slow mo or whatever to look cool. I don't know why.
One of those shots look really weird.
They all look weird,
They
and
kinda
and then
look
they have
weird.
these things where she's like sped up running. Because she has literally every superpower somehow.
Got a lot
She's
of
a combination
powers.
of every superhero. She has this lasso that she can use like Spider-Man's webs to swing her everywhere. She's like she's like
She's Wonder Woman.
she is Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with like Rey in Star Wars. They specifically just make like these like female characters super powerful for the sake of them just being powerful females. And there's nothing wrong with powerful females in cinema or entertainment. But like they just give them all these powers for like no reason. Wonder Woman doesn't even have like an origin story side that she was like an Amazonian woman and that she's
Well,
special.
She does have an. I'm sure she does have an origin story, but you couldn't really take it from that movie, because like we both of like Logan and I, we didn't ever see the first Wonder Woman. So,
But this is the worst Wonder Woman movie I've ever seen.
So I mean, I guess it could either be the worst or best ones we've seen. But yeah, we didn't really see the first one. But I think the movie kind of did a good job that even if you didn't really see the first one, you can still kind of understand
Yeah, you can understand this one
what
enough.
happened. You know, like because really, I feel like all that happened because first one took place in World War One, and she met this dude named Steve that she liked, and
Played by
then-
Chris Pine.
Played by Chris Pine, and then
Chris
he died. And then she was really sad for like 70 years.
Yeah, this
So-
this one takes place like 70
Yeah.
years after the first one because for some reason Wonder Woman's also immortal, and she
Yeah.
just runs like the Smithsonian Museum now.
Yeah,
That's like half the movie's just her running the Smithsonian Museum. It's so stupid. And then there's this guy who is basically the equivalent of America. He just wants to take in.
He just wants all the
He
oil.
wants all of the
He wants
oil.
the oil from
And at
everywhere.
one point in the movie, he owns 50% of the oil in the whole world.
And then he kind of like owns the whole world.
And then he brainwashes the president for like 15 minutes to make him the most powerful man in the world, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's like this.
He like asked the president for like a helicopter, like access to like the most top secret satellite or something in the world, and he was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah, the president
go
just gave him
ahead.
any. It's a really, really stupid movie. And this review is going to be shorter than most of our other reviews.
I didn't
but
think it was stupid. I kind of liked it.
What did you like about it?
Well, I liked Wonder Woman herself.
You just liked watching Wonder Woman because Wonder
No.
Woman was hot.
There's some interesting action in Wonder Woman. There's a
Like what? What part of the action
It's
actually was
kinda-
interesting or
it's
good in
kinda
any
funny.
way? The action in this Wonder Woman movie was so boring. There was only there were two fight scenes like in the whole
there really
movie.
were only two fights.
There were two fights. One where
That was the problem with it, because there was much more just Diana, the Smithsonian worker, versus Wonder Woman.
and there was this part where like Okay, so the invisible jet's sort of like this iconic part of Wonder Woman's character, and so they wanted to pay tribute to that in this movie. So her and Chris Pine get in this jet, but they're like scared that they're gonna get shot down by the U.S. Army or something. So Wonder Woman's like something like, "My father knew how to make things invisible. I've never tried it, but I'm gonna try and do it now." And it takes her like 3 seconds, and she just makes this jet invisible. And they act like this is just a huge moment in the movie, like it's all been building up to her unlocking this power. So aside from the fact that she's immortal, super strong, super fast, she has a lasso. She's a sorceress as well. And they know how to fly a jet. Like, she brings back Chris Pine from the dead.
Well, he is a pilot, so he can fly, he can fly anything, man.
But the thing is, jets weren't around when he was alive. And he just gets in this jet and knows how to fly a jet.
He's still just such a great pilot.
But jets didn't even exist.
But he's a good pilot.
When he was alive.
It doesn't matter because he's a good pilot.
I guess.
That's what the movie was.
That's what I took away from it. That's the point that
the movie was given to you, was that he's a good pilot and he's a good man. And then...
those are his only... Yeah. Wait, we have a girl here right now. Let's see her opinion. Hey, Sailor, come here. Sailor, what did you think of Wonder Woman?
It was such a bad movie. I don't want to talk about it.
You heard it here first, guys. She said it was such a bad movie. So, Aiden, I'll tell you what I liked about this movie. Hot girl in short skirt.
Yeah.
That was the good part about the movie. It wasn't really a superhero movie. There was no villain in the film, really.
It was like the Oil Man.
The Oil Man wasn't really a villain, though.
It's meant to show America. America just wants oil.
No, I don't think the movie was that deep or philosophical. I mean, there was just no actual villain. She has this friend throughout the whole movie.
Barbara.
And, like, for some reason, everyone in the movie gets to make a wish because of this magical stone. Like, every person in the world, she wishes to be just like Diana. And she finds out that Diana is Wonder Woman because she just gets all these superpowers.
Yeah.
And then she gets corrupted by the powers for some reason and turns evil. You could consider her the villain, but she has no drive to be evil.
She was just the sidekick.
My biggest problem with it is that I felt like there were no stakes in the film, like, no real stakes. You don't like... the only character I liked was Chris Pine. Steve.
Yeah, well, Chris Pine. Yeah, he's a good... He was the stakes, though. Like, the whole thing.
I guess that Chris Pine was... Because she made her wish, because everyone got the wish. She made her wish to bring back
the stakes were,
Chris
like,
Pine.
For everyone. Like, if you made the wish... If you made the wish, then, it cost something, you know? So, like, Wonder Woman's wish to bring back Steve, like, cost her powers, and then she had to get him back, you know,
to fight the Oil Man. She had to let Steve go, and Steve just faded. And the thing is, you don't even see Fade leave. She just kisses him and then walks away.
She said she couldn't say goodbye.
She couldn't say good. She may be the strongest woman in the world, but she's not strong enough to say goodbye. Name one woman who is strong enough to do that, though. Can you, Aiden?
I can't.
Hey, Aiden, you got a girlfriend yet?
No.
That's what I thought. In conclusion, I hated Wonder Woman. Sailor, over there, hated Wonder Woman. Aiden?
Kind of liked Wonder Woman.
He kind of liked Wonder Woman.
I'm gonna stick to it.
So sad.
I thought it was kind of cool.
I'll say this: it may not be the worst movie ever made.
It's definitely not.
It's not the worst movie.
We've covered much worse movies than Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but I'll say this: it is the worst superhero movie. Name a superhero movie that's worse than this one.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad was funny, man.
No.
This movie had zero comical aspects to it at all. I got 0 laughs. You got 0 laughs. Sailor got 0 laughs.
Yeah, I didn't really laugh.
Chris Pine was in it.
Yeah, it was only... Sailor said it was only funny because Chris Pine was in it.
And he had a fanny pack, and that was...
He had a fanny pack.
Yeah.
That's it. So I would not recommend this movie, especially if you like superhero movies. Don't see it. especially when the only movie Aiden can think of that's worse, that's a superhero movie, is Suicide
Well,
Squad.
Suicide Squad is just
It's
worse.
not too terrible.
Okay, Batman versus Superman.
So you're just gonna name other DC movies?
DC movies are
Name
kinda
one
bad.
Marvel movie that's worse than this.
All right, yeah. Probably a Thor movie.
Thor 2.
Thor 2. I think Thor 2 is one of the bad movies.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to watch. No, I'd watch Thor 2 over this. To be completely honest.
All right, man. And watch Thor 2.
All right, next video we're gonna be watching Thor 2. I guess Aiden, who would you recommend this movie to?
I'd recommend it to a lot of people. If you like superhero movies, you could watch it. If you like Gal Gadot, you could watch it. So, yeah. If you like superheroes or if you like Gal Gadot, then you can watch it. That's all, guys. We'll see you later.
Okay, peace. And, peace.